Hello everybody. Today I'm going to talk about productive study time logs. This digital project was created by Carolyn Heim for PIDP 3230. So, what are productive study time logs? They are an assessment tool to see how well students are using their study time. Students not only record the amount of time spent studying, but they also rate the productivity of that time on a time log. This is a self-reflective exercise, the goal of which is to help improve study habits. Why should we use this assessment technique? Well, it's a good way to find out how students are using their time. It's a good self-awareness activity. It might make students realize that the students that do well actually invest the time to do so. And some students haven't developed good study habits by the time they enter college, so this assessment technique might help them. What does a log look like? Well, they can look like a timesheet with space to write the level of productivity on. Students also note where they studied, and you can ask the students to fill it out over a number of days, say 3 to 7, for example. So a step-by-step procedure for the instructor is, first of all, make up a simple log sheet that has space to record information that you're looking for. Describe how many days you want to cover, and make enough copies for all the students. Describe to the students what information you want them to record, and give them a deadline to hand in their time logs. Here's an example of a time log, what it might look like. I haven't included all the hours for lack of space, but basically you need space to write productivity and place. Productivity, let's talk a bit about that. You can rate it from 1 to 4, 1 being completely non-productive, 4 being highly productive. After you've completed, the instructor or the students can tally the hours spent studying and divide that by productivity category so they can see when the studying was most effective. You'll learn the number of hours that they devote to study, but more importantly, the quality of the time spent studying. You might also notice a correlation between certain times of day and study quality. Maybe studying at 10 o'clock at night isn't the best time to study for students. Students can compare the results with their classmates. What are the benefits to the students? These logs can help them to develop time management skills, can help them develop skills to make better decisions, and can help them to develop responsibility for their studying. Here are some best practices. If you're going to use this technique, start early on in the course so that results can be shared between the students. If they need to make changes on their study style, they can do so and have plenty of time for that. Make sure you have a firm due date for the time log so that you have time to analyze the information. And the most important information to gather is the general trends. Don't overanalyze the data. Just look for trends in the most productive and the least productive times. What are the disadvantages? Well, some students will forget to fill in the time logs or will forget to hand them in. Also, students that are putting in many hours of study but who are not doing very well might be discouraged after this exercise is complete. It's also time-consuming to analyze the information that the students hand in, and class size might limit this assessment technique. Advantages are that once the students have the information about their study habits, they may be more likely to improve the timing and the quality of their studying. The instructor gets an idea of how much time students are investing in the course, and it could be motivating for students if they see how much time other students have put towards studying. It's a good tool for an instructor to assess the intensity of their curriculum they've designed. What should we do with the feedback? Well, you could have in-class discussions, in groups, or the whole class, to talk about findings and to devise strategies for improvements if needed. Or you could direct students to useful resources related to improving time management skills, one of which I found is from the University of Kent, an excellent website that has a lot of guidance regarding time management and creating action plans for success in academics. Ensuring validity. Well, Consider making this assessment technique worth a small mark, just as an incentive to have students take it seriously and to actually hand it in. You might consider creating partners prior to the exercise, so they can coach and compare results through the 3 to 7 day log period. You can use this technique early in the course before students get too busy, and then the results are digested, and also to maximize potential to change habits afterwards. Let the students know that the course load will not change based on findings from their time logs to ensure that the valid information is recorded and not exaggerated. Here are some of the references I used in preparation of this video, and I hope you found it interesting and worthwhile. Bye for now.